Americans. This is Podcast versus the World. We're in all your podcasting locations. My name is Cameron L. Abington. All right. We are sponsored today by Doobie Energy Drink. Here's some of their product. Go to doobie.gg. Go to doobie.gg. Use code Podcast versus the World. Get 10% off your order, and it also helps the podcast. We're also in all your podcasting locations. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Anywhere you see my logo or whatever, it doesn't cost you a dime. So jump on board. Get on the hype train now. We're trying to we try to set a goal maybe for any year of 100 viewers, 100 subscribers. That'd be cool. Get to 100, I'd be happy. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Today's topic, very serious. It's probably one of the most serious topics we will talk about. And we got a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. We could talk about more tariffs. We could talk about a lot, but let's get into this. The genocide in Gaza is sickening. The United States government, and I'm blaming Biden and Trump as of right now, sit back and they let Israel do what they want to. If you haven't seen the pictures of what's going on over there, look it up. Look it up. It's disgusting. It's horrible. It's horrific. Now, we've had Israel sympathizers come around. Netanyahu himself tried to get on different podcasts to explain there's no starvation going on over there. He's a damn lie. There was he used to be in the military, Aguilar. You've seen on some of the shows. He's been talking firsthand accountability, firsthand knowledge of what he's seen. He said they're committing war crimes, shooting live ammunition at people for no reason at all. Why are we using American funds to still give to these damn people? America needs to be out of the Israel business. We need to be out. What have they ever done for the United States? Can somebody tell me? Other than, the Jewish people. And this isn't against Jewish people. I'm not anti-Semite. I have nothing against Jewish people. I am against genocide of a people. They'll call it ethnic cleansing to give a nice little PC word to it. It's genocide. If you want to give it another name, call it the Holocaust too. I don't know. Call it what you want to. We should not be proud of this. Bernie Sanders sent a bill so they stop giving offensive weapons to the Israelites, Israelis, I guess is what you call them. No Republican voted on the bill. They voted no. This is in the Senate, I believe. And of course, there were Democrats that voted the same way. You see, when you have, and we talked about this before, you've heard me talk about big money in politics. Israel was the main thing I was talking about with Iran. This is what happens when you have too much big money in government. When outside money comes in, foreign money comes in, now they're dictating policy. I want to know where all the Bible thumpers are at. Where are the evangelicals? Ted Cruz, where you at? Mister, I believe in the Bible. Does the Bible say we're supposed to sit here and starve children. I watched the video of there was this old lady. She had this white flag to let them know that she was no one doing anything. I think she was looking for food or something. She didn't make it up to the front. She gets up there. She looks around. Okay, and she says, "Okay," and, starts walking back. She gets shot in the head by a sniper. But we're okay with that, right? Are we supposed to be okay with that? I mean, that's where I'm at. Are we supposed to be okay with people doing that? I'm not. It's disgusting what's going on over there. Now, trust me, this isn't the most popular opinion in the world. They're gonna call me anti-Semite for this. People will be mad. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna stand on my principles. America needs to stand on it. If President Trump would just say we're not giving any more money to the Israelis, this shit would stop in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Give him 5 minutes. Say, you count by your clock. Look at your watch. Okay, give me 5 minutes. No more money. No more cash. This ends in 5 minutes. But we won't do that because Israel has put too much money in the pockets of Democrats and Republicans. You've heard me say this. Two heads of the same damn snake. This isn't a Republican problem, people. This is a United States government, Congress problem. This is our government at its worst. Oh, and it's about to get better. It's about to get better. Got a lot of things going to happen by the end of this year. Our government's at its worst. People, we got to stop playing the damn tribalism. You can't tell me you sit here and watch on TV what's going on in Gaza, and it just doesn't. It hurt to me. Now, of course, the Israelis, Israelis, I guess what you call them, people from Israel, they'll say, well, look at, was it October 7th, where Hamas came in and killed a bunch of people? So I get that they're trying to find Hamas. Okay. But when do we get a mercy rule? You ever heard of mercy rule in baseball? Where you've beaten the hell out of a team so bad, it's like, listen, they're not coming back. So how many people will Israel get to kill before people actually start taking it seriously? Before our government start taking it seriously? Every member of Congress should stand up and say, we're done being the patsy of Israel. I know they won't because they're paid by them. I mean, we know they won't. They don't have a good bone in their body, it seems like. You want to see what it looks like? There's a show called Turning Point where they had the Democratic senator from Michigan, and she got grilled and didn't have good answers. And then when they voted on taking away offensive weapons, because Bernie Sanders had led it, she so happily couldn't be in Washington to do her job. But this is what we vote for. This is what people we put in office. And Donald Trump sat there and just watched. Joe Biden sat there and watched. Because once again, Israel has bought our politics. They're bought our politicians. You pay enough money, you do what the hell you want to in this country. Biden ain't no better. Every Democrat, which I knew her name, the senator out of Michigan, She's just as bad as the rest of them. We should stop giving them aid. Today. It's done. Let the United Nations come in and feed these people. But no, we're playing games. But it didn't help. Donald Trump said he wants to kick them all out anyway. Remember what he said? Remember he said it. And everybody just kind of laughed it off. Oh, that Donald, he's so crazy. What did you think was going to happen? I'm getting tired of messing with Israel. Israel's like that little brother that goes to the playground and punches the biggest kid he can. He punches a bunch of them, knowing his big brother's one of the baddest dudes on the block. And if you mess with him, you got to mess with Big Bro. That's the United States. We're the suckers. Every time they do something, we got to come in and save their ass. And then you get some idiot like Ted Cruz or somebody will say, oh, the Bible says we have to protect Israel because that's a blessing. Pretty sure the Bible didn't say we should starve people and watch it and do nothing about it. The Bible didn't say that. Jesus Christ never said, yeah, if you're against us Jews, well, we should kill you all. Never. So I don't want to hear from some lily mouth Christian, some mealy mouth Christian. If his words aren't, we need to stop this. I don't want to hear it because you're full of it. You're full of it. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear I don't want to. Well, I don't know if we should. Well, I don't. No. The first vote that needs to happen when Congress comes back together, because I want to know who supports this and who's against it. Republican and Democrat, which one supports this shit? Which one doesn't? That's all I want to know. I want to know which one's in, who's out. That's all I want to know. This is disgusting. And we put our taxpayer dollars, we give billions of dollars to Israel, but why on the back end here in America, let's see here. Prices are going to go up. They ain't went up yet, but it's coming, people. Medicaid. Let's see here. Food stamps. Oh, yeah, and they're going to start going after Medicare. Yeah. And then I look, I'm just like, we actually had people that actually voted for Donald Trump. Palestinians for Trump. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna start calling people out. If your group is hurt and you talked your group into voting for Donald Trump thinking he was going to help you out, how you feeling today? This is another F around and find out moment. And I believe we're going to go through a lot of that. But as for right now, Palestinians for Trump, how do you feel? The very possibility that your vote, and I mean, let me be very clear about this. There's no guarantee if Kamala Harris was in office, she wouldn't have done the same thing. I have no guarantees that she wouldn't do the same thing. Just sit back and watch. Let Israel do what they want. Because we have no moral values in America anymore. Look at the Epstein files. How many Republicans don't even want to open up the files and look and see who are the nasty bastards sleeping with these young girls? You get my point? Same thing with this Gaza deal. How many of these bastards really want to stop it? Because they're paid. The senator from Michigan, she was paid. And they said they paid her over 600 and some $1,000. Yeah, of course she's going to be quiet. Donald Trump got over, was it $2 million or $200 million? My bad, $200 million. And these people come on. I mean, they actually come on TV and they'll try to defend it. We should be ashamed of what's going on over there. Watching these babies starve. Watching women and children who are not Hamas. They don't work for Hamas. This little Mr. Aguilar, he was telling a story about this little boy, and he shows the pictures, and said the little boy got killed. He said, does he look like he's Hamas to you? And one of the anchors said, well, how you know if that? Did you see Hamas? He said, yeah, they don't wear T-shirts that says I'm Hamas. Or here's my card. I do terrorist activities on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Doesn't work that way. No, Israel wants to do a genocide. And you're seeing it in real time. And you see that I'm telling you, this is the most disgusting thing I've seen ever. The United States needs to get out of this Israel business right now. I don't give a shit if we're ally. What needs to be done, but Donald Trump doesn't have the balls for it. Let's just be very honest, because they done paid him well. So he's bought and paid for. Your Congress is bought and paid for, Democrat and Republican. Bought and paid for. But what needs to happen is Donald Trump needs to go to Netanyahu and tell him, no, this is over with. No more. We're done. Now, if you want to send in a Delta Force or a SEAL team type of group that you guys have, go in there and go do it the old-fashioned way. Go look for them from house to house. Figure it out. Use your intelligence. But we're not doing this anymore. We're not going to starve children and watch them just die. Or we'll sit there and trick them into thinking they're getting food and medicine. Then when they show up, we kill them. See, we know what the game plan is. Who's got the heart to stand up and tell them? You see, because right now, legacy media is on the attack. They're getting attacked by Donald Trump. I've been attacked myself by when I was on TikTok telling the truth. I got kicked off of TikTok. That's a true story. I was on a live reading something from the Wall Street Journal, got kicked off. Said I was giving false information. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? I'm sitting there telling the truth, and they sit there and they kick me off. That's a true story. So you got all these powerful Israel groups trying to control what we say, what we do, because they don't want bad press. The only ones they can't control are these podcasts. See, they can control legacy media. Now they can control. I mean, they got their guy. They got that Shapiro guy, who's a shill for Israel. There's no starvation over there. It's stupid ass. I'm getting tired of it. And you'll get the ones that got paid. You'll check them out. You'll see. Listen to the ones that tell you that there's nothing going on in Israel right now. Oh, it's the people in Gaza, the Palestinians deserve it. Now you already figured out who's on the payroll. Don't take a genius. This ain't hard. It won't take you 5 minutes to figure out who's doing it. Won't take you 5 minutes. But these are the same people that want to sit here and tell you about, oh, I believe in God. You know, because Jesus would have done the same thing, right? But I'm a Christian. Where's the Christians at? Where's more outrage from the Christians? I haven't heard. Where are they at? Where's all the ones that pray with Donald Trump? Because it was all a ruse in the first place. It was all a lie. Now you're seeing the true colors. He's about getting paid. He don't care. They say he don't like watching little kids starve. We'll see. So far, I haven't heard. I mean, I need to check my info to see. They said he had a meeting with Netanyahu or something, so we'll see. I'll go check that out. Did he put the hammer on Netanyahu? Probably not. He don't have the balls for it. Netanyahu need to be put in check. Actually, Netanyahu need to be put in jail. If you didn't know, the International Criminal Court had tried to have a warrant for his arrest. There was actually Democrats. This Michigan senator, which I can't remember her name, she was one of them that went against the criminal court, the International Criminal Court, the ICC. His ass needs to be in prison. He don't need to be walking free. But there he is, walking around, trying to tell everybody that well, there's nothing to see here. I'm not doing that. That's a lie. So now we're all morons. See, that's what I mean. They think you're stupid. Americans, we gotta let people know this is wrong. But the problem is, big money in government has taken over the right thing for us to do. They pay their money. You think Donald Trump's going to go against somebody who gave him $200 million? There's a story that just came out that they actually was trying to pressure Bill Clinton because they had tapes of him having conversations with Monica Lewinsky. That's just something I just found out the other day. I was like, ain't that something? So that's our partner, huh? That's our ally. They're going to blackmail. And you never know. Maybe they have dirt on Donald Trump. Maybe Donald Trump wants to do it, but knows if I say too much, there's going to be some stuff come out on me. Because I'm telling you, this stuff, it all equal. I mean, a lot of this stuff, why people don't do stuff, I'm telling you, Israel's dirty. They have dirt. I think there's a lot of people got dirt on Donald Trump. Donald Trump isn't the smartest guy in the world for doing shit. I mean, come on, not the genius, not the brightest light in the bulb, not the lightest bright light in the box, or however they say it. We need to get out of the business of messing with Israel. No more offensive weapons. If you want to keep the golden dome or the silver dome thing, have at it. Whatever. But Trump needs to stand up. Is he? I'll believe it when I see it. We have a lot of weak people in this country. A lot of weak politicians. But like I said, they're two heads of the same snake. I've said that forever. I've said that. You've heard me say it. I'll say it again. I've said it for years, even before I did this podcast. Two heads of the same effing snake. When Congress comes back into session, they need to have another vote. I want to see who votes against this genocide. And don't let them give it cutesy names. Don't let them give it cutesy names. I'm tired of that shit too. Call it a genocide. Don't say ethnic cleansing. It sounds... Call it a genocide so everybody understands. Start there. I'm getting tired of every time they talk about Jeffrey Epstein. He's a sex trafficker. No, he's a pimp. He's a pimp. And everybody slept with those poor young ladies are Johns. Quit giving them cute names. If you're on drugs, you're a dope head. See? Make it sound disgusting. Then people get the point. Don't say ethnic cleansing. Call it a genocide. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. Anybody that supports this, I can't support you. I can't support any congressperson. I'm gonna write my congressmen, my senators. I'm gonna ask them, what do you think about this? If they say anything less than we need to stop it, no more weapons, no more funding. I mean, good God, Marjorie Taylor Greene is the only one that has the balls to sit here and say it. That's the last person I thought. I'll be very honest. I didn't think she was going to say anything. You know, I didn't. I wouldn't have guessed that one, but she did. So you gotta have you gotta be strong in your convictions. You gotta be able to say what's right and what's wrong. Now we may want different things for the country. We may go different ways. This isn't it. Hurting people's not the way. And I blame Joe Biden too. He sat and watched when this thing first started. Because people can understand after I think October 7th, I think is what the date, or October 12th, something like that. I can understand that. But then it comes to a point, okay, you need to go in with a group, find out who they are, and then go inside. Go inside the Gaza Strip. Go look for them. How the hell do you even know they're even still there? Mhm. No, we'll just kill everybody. We'll eventually get them. Ridiculous. I mean, I watched a video the other day of them going through and just using a bulldozer and tearing people's houses down. No reason, just tearing it down because that's what they were told to do. They had one of those guys up and kill somebody because he wanted to, and nothing happened. I think he got house arrest. He killed somebody and got house arrest. This is what I'm talking about. This is the BS I'm talking about. But nobody says a word. Just whistle while we work. This is one of the most disgusting things I've seen in my entire 48 years of life. I can honestly say that. Somebody's got to stand up. Somebody's got to. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I've heard Bernie Sanders. Listen, this is the policy I want to hear. No more money for Israel. We're done. We're done. Until this crisis is averted. Feed and give the people water. Give them food. But I'm done. I'm done. Then we'll go from there. Then we'll see what happens after that. As right now, we're done. We should be done. Now, who has the Weibos, as my Latin American my friends would say, to do what's right? We're going to find out as we keep putting pressure. Keep putting pressure on them. Don't stop talking about it. Just like with the Epstein case. Keep putting pressure. There's some shady shit going on there I hadn't even talked about. A lot of shady shit. Hadn't even brought up. This is a travesty of justice. This is wrong. And it needs to be said. So all your congressmen that supposed, they're all supposed Christians. Then where are they at? The only thing they're worried about, I'm telling you, if you see anybody that votes against this, stopping aid and stopping weapons, it's because Israel has paid them off. You don't need to sit here and worry about anything else. At least you know where they stand. At least you know who they are. At least you know that they would sit here and they would stab America in the back. They would stab America in the back if Israel told them to. All over a mighty dollar. Don't think they wouldn't. The big beautiful bill proves to me that they will stab the working class Americans in the back and will keep on moving. And then tell you that you need it. That's the crazy shit. They'll tell you that you need it. Well, we need to stab you in the back. What are you talking about? You deserved it. You needed that. Teach you a lesson. Make you tough. Just terrible. The atrocity. It breaks my heart every time I think about it. So, if you made it to the end of this podcast, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. If you made it this far, please go to Doobie Energy Drink. Go to doobie.gg. Use code podcast versus the world, 10% off your order. Helps out the show. We also have another sponsor, affiliate, I guess what they're called, RSS. You ever want to do a podcast to get your podcast to all the different places? They do mine, so I really appreciate them. So use rss.com // podcast versus the world, one word, and let them know that we sent you there. We didn't even talk about independent. I did a podcast about that the other day about free speech, but yeah. So you made this far. Don't forget, we're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. We're on all your podcasting locations. The email is podcastversustheworld76@gmail.com if you want to leave a message. Any message that you leave on any of my videos, I will answer. I do answer them. I'm hoping we get enough. We do nothing but a mailbag episode. Wouldn't it be cool? We'll get there. We'll get there. You'll see this on TikTok. On TikTok, I'm under my name, Cameron Abington. Right now, I'm not doing lives because TikTok is taking my free speech away. Because I told the truth about the president, and I understand they're trying to protect the president's behind. They're trying to stay relevant. They're trying to stay in America. Trump keeps talking about shutting them down. He keeps them open just long enough so they can keep spooning him money. There's the truth about that. Matter of fact, you may not even see any clips of this podcast because they now have somebody who watches over. If you say anything bad about Israel, they'll shut it down. They'll take it off. That's true talk. That's true. Very true. So remember, podcast versus the world. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Go to YouTube. I do a live. Try to get it done every day. Yesterday, I was so sick. Couldn't do it yesterday. Plan on doing one today. Going over this again. Going over some more stuff. Impending inflation. Prices getting jacked up. There's already companies that said they're not going to pay the tariff. They'll pay the tariff, but they're gonna send it to the customer. Prices will go up. All right. So if you made this far, thank you so much. This was a tough one to do. I didn't know it. It needed to be said. Some people are afraid because Israel is a very powerful lobby, but sometimes you got to do what's right, not what's convenient. You got to do what's right, and sometimes that's not convenient. You have a blessed day. Abington out.